Welcome to our NCAA Championship press conference with Louisville. We're joined by head coach Danny Busboom Kelly and student athletes Anna DeBeer and Iko Jones. A reminder to everyone, please no video recording of press conferences and please silence your cell phones. Coach, if you would, please begin with an opening statement on the championship match tomorrow night, and then we'll go to questions.
Pretty excited to be here. Made history for our program. It's a big deal, and we're still just soaking it all in and going one moment at a time. I know we're all a little bit tired right now. That game, unfortunately, lasted way too long. But again, just happy to be here and excited to live another day.
We'll take questions for Coach and the student athletes now. Please raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll bring you a microphone. Please identify yourself and affiliation, and identify by name who your question is for.
All right, Nate, you good? Okay. Amy Just, the Lincoln Journal-Star, Anna and Iko. I mean, it's been like 15, 16 hours or so since that match ended. Has it hit you yet that y'all are playing for a national championship? And what are your emotions and what have the reactions been like from your friends and family?
I was just saying last night, it felt so surreal. I don't think it hit me until maybe even this morning. I was still thinking about it, and I was like, I need to let this sink in. Like, we are literally playing in the national championship. So no, still right now, I'm in awe.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't think it will truly hit me until maybe 2-3 weeks from now. But I have the knowledge that we won last night, and I have the knowledge that we'll be playing tomorrow, and we're scouting in practice. But I don't think the weight of the situation or the experience has truly sunk in yet, and I think that's because there's more work to be done.
Lincoln Area Omaha World Herald. Danny, you saw the video of the Freeman students wishing you good luck. What was your reaction to that? And also, we talked about the support of Nebraska, but specifically from Freeman, your hometown, your home community that traveled to your matches and kind of support you. What has that meant to you?
Yeah, the video was pretty cool. First of all, I'm really impressed with their choreography. I mean, it was like spot on. So really, really impressed. Technology's gotten a lot better since I was a student at Freeman. But no, it means a ton, and my hometown's about an hour and a half away, and I got pictures of my friends wearing like DBK t-shirts, and these are like classmates that I don't speak to all the time, and they're still out here and so excited and spending the time and the money to come up here and watch us. It really means a lot.
You're not going to have an impromptu 20-year reunion this weekend?
No, I don't think so. Geez, am I really 20 years out?
Hi, Cedric Golden, Austin American-Statesman. Danny, you guys broke through this year to get to the title game, and you're up against a team that's used to being here. What are your impressions of Jared Elliott and the job he's done at Texas?
Yeah, I know Jarrett a little bit personally, and I think he's a great guy, and I think he does things the right way and treats his players and staff really well. And obviously, he's built a dynasty, and every year they're expected to be in the Final Four. And I know when they're not in the Final Four, people are asking, what's wrong with Texas this year? So that's a pretty hard spot to be in, and it's a lot of pressure year in and year out, and they handle it really, really well, and just really impressive, just the consistency of the program.
Yeah, M.A. Vopel from ESPN.com. Anna and Ayoko, I wonder if you could talk about the future of volleyball as you see it as young players right now. I know there's a pro league in development. Athletes Unlimited had a league this past couple of years. There's obviously overseas leagues, but as players in the United States, how do you see the future if you two want to continue playing professionally?
I just think volleyball as a sport is continuing to grow each day, and just to see like the record-breaking viewership this season, and how more and more people are starting to become interested and falling in love with it. And I just think people don't realize how awesome of a game it is until they watch one game and they realize how exciting it is. So I just think it's huge for the sport, and it's only going to be up from here. So I'm really excited to see where this takes us. I mean, we're kind of creating the history right now, and I'm excited to see for those behind us to continue to grow this sport and to really show people around the U.S. and around the country how cool volleyball is.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I think that the more volleyball grows in the United States and the more our viewership increases is the more the sport penetrates countries and areas where it's not so popular, and I've seen that with Jamaica, and I've seen many Jamaicans in the U.S. want to reach out and want to host camps and kind of develop the sport there, and I think that's a big part of the popularity too, is being able to reach young ones who look up to us who don't have the opportunity to play, and I think that's huge in making change and making the sport even bigger than it's already grown to be.
Hey, Addie Miners with WLKY out of Louisville. This is really for Aiko and then Coach too. What do you guys kind of see with the matchup? They've got really strong outside hitters. Obviously a great defensive performance last night at the net. So, what do you guys kind of have to do to stop that attack tomorrow?
I think, like with a lot of our games, it'll come down to the scout and trusting it wholeheartedly, and our scouts tend to be close to perfection, so we have a lot of trust in them already. I think we just have to be the aggressors at the net. We have to own the net, like we like to say, and get to the ball first, and good things will happen when we touch balls at the net, and defense wins championships, that's what they say.
Yeah, I just think we need to not be wowed by plays that they make. So we know that they're going to make some plays that are really unbelievable, but each play is only worth 1 point. So if we can keep that in mind and stay consistent with what we do and disciplined, it'll definitely put us in a much better spot.
Any more questions?
So, Coach, I know we've been kind of pesky with the female coach thing, but also on the perspective of being somebody who's won a national championship as a player. That doesn't happen in many college sports, that somebody has a chance to be a player who won a national championship and a head coach. I know you're just focused on the match, but just to be in the position to do that, I guess, what does that mean to you personally and to the program?
To the program, I think just being here is a huge deal. And means a lot, just the work put in and the people that have believed in this program and have fought for us to be here means a lot to them and to us. But to be a female that's won it as a player and a coach, potentially, I got asked that question when I was an assistant when we won it. And, man, as a player, I felt like, man, I did this. Like, we did this as a team. And as a coach, I was just so happy for the team because I knew that feeling, and I knew that they're the ones that are sacrificing so much to be great in their sport, and that are trusting people that aren't their family day in and day out. And we're here, it's our job, but these guys are the ones sacrificing a lot of life to be great at their sport and giving so much to us. I don't know if that answered your question. That was a tangent, but I know winning as a player and a coach would be pretty surreal, and I haven't really thought about that yet.
Kendrick Haskins, Waving Louisville. For both players, we have video of you all singing before you went out on the floor last night. You all are awfully loose. Where does that looseness come from within your squad?
I definitely think it comes from how comfortable we are around each other. And Danny talked about being with people who aren't our family, but our program, not just our team, our support staff, everything, we truly are just like this big, goofy family, and it makes showing up to early morning lifts so much more fun. I think the song we were singing, we sing every game day in the locker room, and sometimes when we go out on the court at home, they play it for us, and we sing it in front of the fans and kind of make big fools of ourselves. But we just like to have a good time, and if that means looking goofy, then that's what it is. It's just we just like to have a good time.
This question for Danny. I was wondering if you could comment on knowing how this event is big for the city of Omaha, and the fact that Louisville's going to have the Final Four in a couple of years, and with what you have been able to build with the success of the program and with what you had at last week's regional, how would you describe the buildup to hosting in Louisville?
Yeah, there's a huge buildup, and it's been circled on our calendar for a long time once it got announced. And it's like, man, will we even have a chance to get there? And then sure enough, we made the Final Four last year and this year. So now we know what it takes, and we know that we have a chance to get there. And I've been telling our players that might have an opportunity in 2024. Like, there's nothing like it, like in your hometowns. Like Anna DeBeer is one of them. In your hometown, in front of all your fans, and that's even a step up from Omaha, what it is to Nebraska, because that's a U of L arena. So it would be incredible, and it is a huge buildup. It's very cool to be here now, and anytime you get to the Final Four, but to do it in your home city it's a whole nother opportunity that is insanely rare.
Yeah, I guess for Anna, I believe last night you guys had, with the 10 service aces, was the most in the last decade in a national semifinal match. How big has the serve been for you personally? And obviously it was big last night, but for you personally and this team going against a team like Texas?
Well, Danny always says the answer to everything is serving tougher. So if we can't stop them in certain ways, serve tougher. If we can't do this, serve tougher. It's always just getting them out of the system. It helps open up a lot of things for us as a team. And I think we knew we had to be pretty aggressive. And Pitt is a great passing team and great team all around. So if we could get them a little shaken up, and I think Elena and I did a pretty good job of just trying to point score, because that was my goal, is just to go on some runs and see what we can do with that. Not expecting that many aces, and that's huge for the team. But yeah, I just think it came down to just trusting it. We do it every day, and that helped us a lot last night.
Do we have time for a final question or two? Or no? All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub. Transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. Thank you. Right.
4:30. guys are all dressed up.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Is this thing on? I don't think it is. Oh, yeah.
Here, I got you. I got you.
Is it just you two?
All right, welcome to our NCAA Championship press conference with Texas. We're joined by head coach Jarrett Elliott and student athletes Molly Phillips and Logan Eggleston. A reminder to everyone, please no video recording of press conferences and please silence your phones. Coach, if you would please begin with an opening statement on the championship match tomorrow night, and then we'll go to questions.
We're excited to be here, to live another day, and to have an opportunity to get to the top of the mountain. We've got a lot of respect for what Louisville does and the competitive team they have. They're extremely well coached, and we've got to get our team organized so that we can play Texas volleyball and have a great chance to do what we set out to accomplish.
We'll take questions now for coach and the student athletes. Please raise your hand if you have a question, and we'll bring a microphone to you. Please identify yourself and affiliation.
Danny Davis, Austin American Statesman. Logan, I don't know if you just want to redo your acceptance speech. Can you react to your award? And then Molly, can you talk about how proud you are of your girl?
It's an honor, honestly. There's so many great volleyball players in the country and on our team, and so it's really an honor to get recognized like that. But it's definitely a team award. I couldn't have gotten that award without all the hard work all of my teammates have put in. They're putting me in such great situations every single point, and so it's honestly truly a team award.
Yeah, and we're just so proud of Logan. I mean, we've known all season that she is capable of getting this award and deserves this award in every single way. So we're just really excited to hear her name called, and I was probably, you could see that at the ceremony, that we were really pumped for her. But yeah, she's just great on and off the court and keeps on working and sacrifices everything for this team and totally deserves that recognition.
Lincoln area, Omaha World Herald. Jarrett, what kind of problems does Claire Chasse provide for your team, or what do you do against her?
Serve tough, get her off the net. No, she's just a really experienced attacker. She has all the shots. She can also hit. They do a lot of things similar to what Nebraska does. They hit the high hands, flat hands. They work the ball around the court, and very efficient attacker. We just got to try to slow her down. We're not going to stop her. We just got to see if we can contain her and get some good touches. And our hand positioning and where we are will be critical. And again, you got to serve tough to get them off the net.
Hey, Cedric Golden, Austin American Statesman. This is for Molly and Logan. I know this is a big opportunity to win a championship. Also, what would it mean to bring a title home for the OG, Jarrett Elliott?
I mean, that's the main goal that we've been thinking about all year. It's the reason that we came to Texas. Jarrett's sacrificed so much for every single one of us, and so it would mean so much just to bring it home for him. He's worked so hard over the years and gotten there so many times, and so just kind of get over that hump and win it for him and bring it home back to Austin would just mean so much.
Yeah, we've been in literally this exact position before a few years ago, so it would mean a ton to bring this home for Texas, for Jarrett, for literally everyone. I know we have so many alumni and people behind us, and we really just want to do it for everyone. And Jarrett's worked so hard to put us in the position that we're in today, so just go out and get it.
Does OG mean the old guard? I know what it means. I was just saying I've been here for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, MA Vopel from ESPN.com. I guess, Coach and Molly and Logan, if you could all talk about this. Louisville's been a really good serving team throughout this tournament. I think they had 10 aces yesterday. I know you guys have been against tough serves all year long, but how important is it to be able to serve, receive really well against this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what a lot of teams plan to do against us. They need to get us off the net so we're out of system. And so we've been facing it a lot throughout the entire season in a lot of our games. But also we just have really great servers in practice. So we're facing really tough serves in practice, which is making us a lot better. But, I mean, I think our passers have done a really great job of setting Sage up to get, the ball distributed pretty much to all of our hitters. And so it's going to be a key for us tomorrow to make sure we're just passing it high and off the net and able to run our offense.
Yeah, we talk all the time, like, to win a game, you need to be the best at serve and pass. And we work on that a lot in our gym. We also work on being good in not a perfect pass situation, and we're really good at that. So, like Logan said, if we can get the ball high up and down the middle of the court, we can run our offense and put our hitters in good positions.
If you talk to any coach at this level, they're going to say serve and pass is the most important aspect of the game. So, we know they serve tough. We can serve tough from our line as well. And we just got to manage the tough serves. Get them high up and down 7 or 8 feet off the net. It doesn't need to be perfect all the time, but we've got to identify when they're good serves and can try to control them so Sage can get underneath it and deliver a ball to both pins.
Molly, is this a revenge game for y'all, or since it's a championship game, does 2019 not even matter?
Well, we definitely want to get a little revenge on 2019. That was my freshman year, so it would be nice, to come back after we put a lot of work in and come back and take a win off of them. But also the championship game, it's just like a lot of it, we want to take one step at a time and take it as just another game. But there is a lot of like heart and meaning behind it, yeah.
Coach, we talked a little bit on Thursday about what it's like to uphold these expectations year after year after year at Texas. I'm wondering, what about the game in terms of the skill level of the players and the parity makes that hard? Is it because the talent is now spread out so many places? Is it because you have so many different types of skill players, or all of those things that makes it hard to keep reaching this level, and yet you guys still do it?
Well, right now it's the fastest growing women's sport, and so the level of athlete that's coming out, we have a lot of people transitioning over to the sport of volleyball. The physicality now is there. The club system is so good that the players are developing and have it to control the ball, and there's a lot of great arms. I mean, you're seeing it with Louisville, right? They're not real big on the left, but they've got $1 million arms, and they can manage it, and they've learned the nuances of the game to be successful. So they do it, and they can master it a different kind of way. So the level of the game continues to improve, but the physicality is the big one right now. I think when I started my first Final Four was 2000. I think I had 2 players maybe touching 10-1 and 10-4. My 2 outside hitters were touching 9-10 and 9-11, and now if you're not 10-3, 10-4, you're pretty small. So it's the game changes, but there's the coaching's developed. There's so much science behind it. There's so much numbers, analytics behind it. People can really study the game and manage the game. So there's a lot more information out there than there was 10, 15 years ago.
This is kind of a random one for me, but Molly and Logan, how protective are you two of the finger tape tradition, and what benefit does that provide y'all out there? And also, how did you convince Madison to start doing it?
I mean, we're going to do it. So that's one thing we're going to do. I think Maddie started doing it because she got her nails done and she didn't want them to break. So then she taped her nails and then just ended up taping her fingers. But now she likes it. So we had to get her to try it once and then understand. But Texas tradition is, I guess, why we do it. But I like it. I think it helps with, mentally with blocking, I guess. Yeah. Makes me feel like my fingers aren't as jammed, I guess. I don't know.
You see the people in our gym, they're hitting balls pretty hard, and so it protects the fingers a little bit, or at least makes you think like they're a little bit more protected. But yeah, Maddie is finally on our side. Took a lot of convincing, but yeah, when the nails got done, we were like, hey, tape might help. So took the nails being done, but we got her there.
And then Logan, I know you probably don't care about this right now, but because of your award, you've done what you needed to do to get your jersey retired here at Texas. At least, you meet the qualifications. Why do you wear 33? I mean, I know you wore it in high school. What significance does that number have for you?
It was my dad's number. He played Division III basketball back in the day at Emory and Henry in Virginia. Small school, but he was a third-team All-American, he tells me. So he was a good player. So he was 33, and I decided I wanted to follow in his footsteps. He was a great athlete, and so I decided to be 33, and it's worked out pretty well for me.
Any final questions? Okay. Thank you, Texas.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
A recording of this press conference will be available in the NCAA Digital Media Hub. Transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly.